Alright guys, welcome back to Martial Mind Bodybuilding, the podcast where we blend the raw discipline of martial arts with the timeless training principles of Silver Era to build muscle without gimmicks. I'm your host Hamza, and today we're diving into the philosophy behind real training, the mindset, principles, and execution that separate true physique craftsmen from the lost souls wandering the modern gym landscape. Most people train like they're checking off a to-do list. They go through the motions, chase the pump, and wonder why they never look like the legends. Today, we're fixing that, right? So, let's get into this. Let's look at the martial approach to training. I call this martial mind bodybuilding for a reason, because real training is more than just lifting weights. It's an art, a discipline, a lifelong practice. Martial artists don't just work out to get tired. They train with purpose. That's how you should be treating your bodybuilding. Now, number one, you gotta respect the iron. Every rep is a lesson. If you treat weights like a chore, they'll treat your body the same way. Zero results. Number two, precision over ego. A master swordsman doesn't swing wildly, and a true lifter doesn't throw weights around mindlessly either. Every rep should be executed with perfect control. Progression is the goal. Just like a martial artist earns their black belt through discipline, you build a powerful physique by constantly improving, not by coasting through workouts.
Good.
Now, let's apply the Silver Era approach to this. The legends of the 40s, 50s, and even 60s had a training philosophy rooted in simplicity and brutal effectiveness. No wasted energy, no trendy muscle confusion nonsense, just intelligent structured training, right? So, how did they train? They trained 3 to 4 full body sessions per week. They had more recovery, more intensity. Their philosophy was strength over aesthetics, right? So, functionality, minimalism over excess. If an exercise didn't serve a purpose, they just didn't do it. Now, when you contrast that with today's lifters who hop from program to program, chasing trends rather than results, you see where we're getting it wrong today, right? So if you want to build a physique that stands the test of time, you need to structure your training around 3 non-negotiable principles. So, number 1, progressive overload. As I always say, the body adapts to stress. If you're lifting the same weights, using the same reps, and applying the same effort every year after year, your body has no reason to change. So, how do you apply progressive overload? Very simple. Number 1, you need to add more weight on the bar, perform more reps with the same weight, increase your training density, more work in less time, and improve form and execution for maximum muscular tension, right? So now let's look into movement over muscle isolation. Silver Era greats build their bodies through movements, not just muscles. Instead of focusing on chest day or arm day or leg day, you gotta think in terms of pushing strength, presses, dips, overhead lifts, pulling strength, which is pull-ups, rows, deadlifts, and then for leg power, squats, lunges, sprints, core stability, weighted carries, gymnastics, ab wheel, rollouts, all of that. Number 3, intensity over volume. The modern gym goer thinks they need 20 sets per body part to grow. The old school guys, they trained with savage intensity and fewer sets. Think of it like martial arts. Would you rather throw 100 sloppy punches or 10 knockout blows? The same applies to training. Each set should be an all-out effort, executed with maximum precision. Right? And then now let's look at recovery. Most people train hard but don't recover like a true bodybuilder. Sleep, nutrition, and mindset are just as important as lifting. Sleep like a warrior, 7 to 9 hours, or you're leaving gains on the table. Eat real food, right? You gotta eat real food. If it didn't exist 7 years ago or 70 years ago, you probably don't need it. You gotta be a master of stress. Stress wrecks recovery. Meditation, deep breathing, and keeping a clear mind are as important as lifting. Now, let's go into the next 30 days. Train with purpose. No distractions. No half-ass sets. Just full focus. Master the basics and commit to progress. Train like your physique is a lifelong project, not a temporary pursuit. Now, if you want real structured guidance, check out Martial Mind Bodybuilding Coaching, where we build muscle like the legends. No shortcuts, no nonsense, and no drugs. Until next time, train hard, think sharp, and embody the martial mind.